Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first virtual event named Restart. Hosted live here in the Painting with Light studios and powered by NEP. My name is Diego Algaba and I'm the AGORIA's Sport and Technology Club Manager.
Good afternoon. My name is Jolie Zemeli and I am AGORIA's Public Affairs Manager for Flanders.
Are you ready for it, Jolise?
I am. Are you?
Perfect, of course. Because it's important. Today we brought together for you all relevant parties with a vision to discover how the industry can contribute to a safe, enjoyable and comfortable restart of sports and entertainment events.
And I am glad to say that the Flemish authorities are also present with us today and that I have the honor to welcome the advisor of the Flemish Minister for Tourism, Zuhail de Meer, who will inform us about the policy initiatives that they took during the last months to relaunch the event sector with respect for safety, but also fun.
But let's start by listening to some insight of a wise man, and he must be because he's the president of our club. He's also Chief Marketing Officer of EVS. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nicolas Bourdon. Hi, Nico. How are you?
Hello, Diego. Hello, everybody. So thank you for organizing this event. So it's a really fantastic set. So thanks also to Painting with Lights and to NEP for putting this all together. It's really great and to see all this fantastic environment put in place for this event. So indeed, so over the last 3 months, almost all sports and entertainment activities have been put on hold to respect the safety and security regulation imposed by the majority of the countries around the world, as we know. This is creating an unprecedented crisis in the sports and entertainment sector, and the financial loss is announced to be one of the biggest ones since the World War II. And we already know it will require years of efforts for the different actors of this industry to recover from it. Different countries are already progressively announcing relaxing plans for sporting events to be organized in the coming weeks. The Bundesliga a couple of weeks ago, La Liga in Spain a week ago have announced the championship resumption. But the authorities are also fixing very strict rules in terms of security and safety, and in terms of social distance, crowd management, etc. So these will be imposed to the organizers and the different stakeholders around the world. Some of these rules will have short-term impact, we know, but some of them are there to last, definitely. And it will drive what we can say a new normal in the world of sports and entertainment. And these organizations will have to integrate these into their future business plan. Over the last few weeks, we have assisted to an amazing boom of creativity from technology companies around the world, but also in Belgium, bringing innovative ideas to offer professionals of sports and entertainment the ability to resume their activities in full respect of security and safety. We're also seeing strong commitments from the Belgian federal and regional authorities to come up with clear visions and plans to facilitate sports and entertainment activities to restart in the best possible conditions. One of the missions of the Belgian Sports and Entertainment Technology Club is definitely to help sports and entertainment organizations to integrate sustainable and innovative Belgian technologies for higher performances, for enhanced fan experience and new business opportunities. Today, we are thrilled really to see during this event 20 members, companies who have been working hard to come up with these innovative solutions, which definitely will help players of the sports and entertainment organizations to restart their activities in the best possible condition. Let's listen to them. Thank you very much.
Nico.
Thank you very much for these valuable insights to share them with us, Nicolas. Let me, before I give the floor to Jan Schonk, the advisor from Minister Zuhail de Meer, I would like to ask everybody to open your cameras so that we can see you and so that you can get involved with us during the show. So Now let's move on to Jan Schonk and give him the floor to elaborate on the policy initiatives of the Flemish government in order to improve security during the mass events. Hello, Jan.
Hello, Jan. How are you?
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Yes, thank you for allowing me to speak. And let me start by apologizing for Minister De Meer. She was looking forward to being here, assisting and telling you personally about the event risk model, not only because it's something she is working hard on, but also because this event is happening in her hometown of Genk. So, but unfortunately, her busy schedule didn't allow for her performance. So you got stuck with me. Anyway, about the event risk model. It's something we have been working on for a very long time. Already from the start of this crisis, we knew that the event sector was going to suffer because events are gatherings of people. And in this situation, gatherings of people are dangerous. So we wanted to work on a tool that would allow for the event sector to restart in a healthy, safe, and sustainable way. But first, who is we? Well, we, that is of course Minister De Meer herself, but also Visit Flanders and Event Flanders. We had the scientific support of the Center of Expertise Public Impact of the Karel de Grote Hogeschool. The entire event sector, through the Alliance of Belgian Event Federations, supported this initiative. And we also closely collaborated with the Flemish government departments for culture, youth and media and sports. And the idea was to arrive at a tool that would allow for the event sector to relaunch, because we know the event sector is very important in Flanders. Just to give you some facts and figures, we're talking about more than 3,200 companies, both event organizers and suppliers. Every year, these companies organize more than 77,000 events, not counting those organized by local authorities, the youth movements, etc., etc. So it's basically 77,000 is very much a bare minimum. This sector also employs more than 88,000 people, both employees, freelancers, suppliers. These are not small numbers. And the combined impact of this sector is huge. We know from research that 78% of all Flemish people have participated in at least one event during the last year. If you put it in absolute numbers, we're talking about 5 million people in Flanders alone who have participated in one event. So, and it's the same 5 million people who have spent the last 12 weeks in lockdown, and they long for events because we know humans are social animals. We want to connect with each other. We want to meet. We want to be part of an event. Yet the COVID crisis has made us scared. Is it safe to do this? Do I need to take precautions when I go outside, when I go to an event? And this new scare has impacted events, both for participants who want to be sure that they are safe, and for organizers as well, because nobody wants to organize something that isn't safe. So there will be a fundamental change on events, and we believe that technology will be a part of that change too. Because the last 12 weeks we have spent meeting colleagues online. We had virtual drink meetings with friends and family. And this is thanks to technology, some of which is here to stay. For example, more people will question whether they really need to travel to attend a meeting, or they can just... Both the quality of those meetings and the technology behind them has continued to improve and evolve. I think this very event is proof of this involvement. And At the same time, we believe that technology can help make for safer events. We have had a lot of talks about body heat scanners, contact tracing apps. There are a lot of possibilities that are waiting to be explored. For Minister Demir, however, her priority has been to make it possible for people to participate in real life events. And that's not only because there are those 3,200 companies who need business to do, but also for those 5 million people who are looking forward for events and social contact. Because if you look at the list of people who have participated in the creation of the ERM and the testing, there's a long list of people and organizations, government institutions, police, municipalities, universities, event organizers, etc., etc. We have also presented this tool to the group of experts charged with the Belgian exit strategy, the GEES. We have talked to the Belgian National Crisis Center, the governors, and the Belgian National Security Council. And the reactions have mostly been very positive. Admitted, certain aspects need more fine-tuning, but this is happening as we speak. And we hope that this model will be validated very soon, and I hope by the end of this week. But what exactly is the ERM? And there's also a code of conduct attached. Why is it? Well, the event risk model, ERM in short, is an advisory tool. That's its primary function. And we want to make this advisory tool free for everybody to use. It was in co-creation with the event sector itself and the scientific board. And it provides an answer to a complex problem, how to restart events after COVID. And the original aspect of this tool is that it does not focus on absolute numbers, but it rather presents a dynamic model, which, and we must stress, is in line with the safety guidelines. And this tool provides you with an assessment of the real risk of a planned event. Because they say truth is in numbers, but at the same time, numbers don't say everything. Yes, you may think that a big event of 1,000 people is less safe than a small event of 50 people. But what if the big event is planned and organized professionally with attention to safety? And what if this small event is not? Think of 50 people just getting together for drinks, not respecting social distancing, etc., etc. The beauty of the ERM is it will tell you whether it is safe or not. And we believe that this is makes it a very useful tool for local authorities, because it's the local authorities, the cities, the municipalities, that need to decide whether to allow an event to happen. And the ERM can be a tool to assist them in their decision-making process. Just by telling them, under this and this conditions, can an event happen safely or not? The value of this instrument will be further reinforced by a code of conduct. This code of conduct has guidelines on how to minimize risks, just general good practices. It will also provide tips and tricks for the event sector to put these guidelines into practice, because we know one venue isn't the other venue. How do we apply social distancing? How can we improve circulation? So, from the years and years of combined experience, the event sector will provide for everybody actually tips and tricks. One important remark I just want to make is that the event risk model does not try to create exceptions for event organizers. We do not want to push for, yeah, we have a model, everything's going to be fine, just let us organize events. No, it wants to it tries to make sure that an event is organized as safely as possible for everybody, for visitors, participants, artists, staff, everybody. And as I already said, this event risk model will be free for everybody to use. It will be available online. There will be a website, www.eventriskmodel.be, and it will be launched for the general public on the 1st of July. In 4 languages, Dutch, French, English, German, because we are convinced that it is a very powerful tool that can be useful for event organizers abroad as well. And we would love to share our know-how on safe events with the rest of the world. In Flanders, however, all authorities and professionals will have access to this tool with their personal login. For professionals, this login will be their existing EUT ID. And the result of this tool they will see will take the form of a color score for their event: red, yellow, and green. I think that's very clear what this means. And we know that in the first phase, a lot of events will still be yellow. So they still need to improve or not yet safe. But the code of conduct that comes with the ERM also empowers event organizers to getting their score from yellow to green. And that's perhaps the most important aspect of all. Just not giving go or no go, but making organizers think about safety, to have them make conscious decisions. And whether you are the organizer of Tomorrowland or you just want to have a neighborhood barbecue, thinking about safety is perhaps the most important aspect of the job. So to wrap up, ladies and gentlemen, the Flemish government is convinced that events constitute, and we wish is one of the ways in which we try to do this. But we cannot do this alone. We all need to contribute. And for example, AGORIA can contribute to organizing safer events by making technology work for us. And I think today's event is a demonstration that this is not just a dream, but a very real possibility. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jan. That was one very clear message for us. Let's stick together and
Absolutely.
Let's make this happen and let's make the event sector work again in the coming weeks in a safe manner. You will now have the possibility to ask your question to Jan. You can do that by virtually raising your hand, and my colleague Diego will let you know if you can ask your question. Are there any questions from the audience, please? We are waiting for the first virtual hand to be raised. If there are no questions?
Well, apparently it seemed quite clear.
It was very clear.
Absolutely. And I think the only question that everybody would have at this stage is, Jan, when can we party again?
We hope as soon as possible. But, you know, you can have a party, just limit yourself to 10 people at the moment. And if everything goes well, soon you can have bigger parties again. So the message is stay safe and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, perfect. I think that some of our major organizers of big events, what would be the message for them, Jan?
Well, I would like to invite them to, as soon as this model is available, because we will run some tests the next weeks. If they want, they can join in this test panel. That's one message I want to give. And as I already said, I think the most important message is it's important to think about safety. That's half the work done, because most things are very logic. Things like social distancing, having just protection, not putting people together, make sure there is circulation, ventilation, just those logical steps that you can take, and you don't actually need the ERM to do this. It just provides the framework to guide the thought process, but thinking on itself is half the work. So I think just start thinking about how can we organize safe events.
Okay, thank you very much. That was very clear, and I am sure that technology can provide for many solutions that are highly needed today. Okay. Thank you, Jan. Let's stay in touch in the coming weeks, and let's make things happen.
Thank you, Jan. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so that was quite interesting and highlighting. We've now arrived to the moment where our companies can showcase their innovative technological solutions.
And you will notice that there are a wide variety of technologies to be discovered.
Absolutely, Jolis. We will discover solutions in the field of security, social distancing, monitoring, crowd management, remote coverage, virtual fan experience, VR, AR, and more of that.
The first company to present today is our host company. It's Painting with Lights, powered by NEP Belgium.
It's your link to Dazzle and Shine, ladies and gentlemen, for Painting with Light, Mr. Peter van den Bos.
Thank you, Diego, for this nice introduction, and welcome to you all. We're broadcasting live from our virtual studio here in Genk, and we are very glad to have you all around. So again, if you don't have your camera on yet, please do, and join the audience in front of you. So it would be nice. So yeah. As an approach towards the Corona time, question came up, okay, how will we deal with live entertainment, and how can we look further, not only in Corona period, but also after Corona period? In this stage, we started thinking about, okay, which are the technologies that can be used, which is the approach, and which, most of all, what's the desired experience that people want to have. And out of that conclusion came along that actually the experience that the audience wants to have is as close to the original one. And the original one means that you want to connect with emotion, which means that you need to keep connected with the real entertainment technology, how everybody knows it. But due to distance, social distance, and also distance towards not be capable of traveling, etc., we looked further towards what the capabilities are that we can achieve today, on which we are now very proud to present you our virtual event studio that we established together with our partners and also colleague members of the AGORIA Sports and Technology Club. Sorry, Sports and Entertainment Technology Club, that I can showcase you today. So please step in and join us for this travel into our virtual studio. Sorry, one slide too far. Nope. Yes, so here we are. So first of all, a welcoming moment is the most important thing for a venue. So in this way, we are capable of having people welcomed by their own reception desk at that moment. Next to it, as you're seeing now, we have a virtual studio on which live audience can take place. In this way, we can transfer your live event into a virtual experience and an interactive live audience. The setup is very clearly built with two worlds. First of all, we have a physical LED and lighting setup combined with a virtual environment on which we are capable of emerging presentations, keynotes, video content, etc. And most important as well, also extra hosts, as you were already witnessed in the previous part of this presentation. the people from the Belgian government and our president were already sharing their insights on this. And also our colleague members of the club will also be capable of showcasing from their remote locations, as you're also seeing now on the screen. So this can be fully immersed, and the presenter keeps on a holistic view while everything's going on, which gives also a direct contact and a social contact between itself. Also, connection with the live audience in front of you is always a possibility that can be achieved. But not only an interaction is possible, also Q&A and polling to keep up the dynamic element of a venue and of a situation. Also looking ahead to live entertainment when you have an artist on the stage, that his own fan can also come on stage and have a live interaction with it. In this way, we still are capable of connecting with emotion without losing each other in a digital environment. Having also chat boxes incorporated, and other ones are always capable of merging into towards a full setup that can be achieved on a remote distance, which remains safe, but with the same, almost the same feeling as we had before. So, out of a summary, we have a virtual environment that provides a real-life experience. In this way, we can tailor it towards your needs. You see a setup like this today. You saw one also in the video. But along that, we can design any stage you would like. A stage towards corporate presentations, toward live performances from artists, or any idea, creative idea you would have. We can generate it into a real virtual experience with a live connection to the outside world, which is in both sides a big value. Aside, it's scalable. So today we are broadcasting from Genk, but in the future we are always capable of doing this on another location anywhere in the world and connecting all those elements into the world. So thank you very much for your interest, and talk to you soon.
Wow, thank you very much, Peter. That was amazing.
Thank you, Peter. So now let's move on to our people from the engineering network. It's Davy de Smet and Yvette Plaisir.
70 problem solvers specialized to ideate, develop, and virtualize your post-corona ideas. Hello, Davy. Hello, Yvette. How are you?
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. I am, like you mentioned before, Davy de Smet, Business Development Manager at award-winning company 10. Specialized in product design, engineering, and 3D printing, as I started back in 2010 with one of the first 3D printing companies in Belgium. Next to business development, I have 25 years experience on the field in the entertainment and event sector worldwide, organizing events and perform as an artist at festivals like Extreme Outdoor, Pukkelpop Tomorrowland, and many other A-list organizations across Europe. Yvette?
Hello, everybody. So my name is Yvette, and I'm like Davy, a business developer of the 10 Group. I'm a born problem solver. I work like I studied for 10 years as an industrial designer, and 8.5 years ago, I entered the 10 Group to help them grow in a field of experience. I helped them set out the group's team, which are today 70 designers, engineers, and project managers. We are 4 business units. Maybe we can go to the slide one moment. Yes, thank you. NEO, as you see on the top, NEO 10, Elva, and Oniki. NEO is a scanning agency, which means that we can digitalize your festival ground or your stadium, so you can make a virtual tour, or you can make a new movie or whatever, or a game, for example. Then 10 is a design and engineering agency. I will go into detail in a sec. Elva is a consultancy agency, and Oniki, Davy will talk about it later, is the visualization agency. So 10, as you would see on the presentation, 10 is a problem. 10 are problem solvers. We stepped with the AGORIA Next into a thinking tank to brainstorm for post-corona product solutions. Today, as we speak, we are developing new products with the team, and we are trying to get the HoReCa to grow again after the post-corona period. And of course, after development, we will step into the industrialization, as we can do also for you if you have ideas, products that are ready in your mind, but you need to get them feasible in the market. We can get you there to help you move to the next step. So, Davy, you can come back.
Thank you, Yvette. Like Yvette mentioned before, we also have an Oniki business unit where we can help you visualize your ideas through renders, animations, AR and VR, and mixed reality applications. After COVID-19, this is much more important than ever, because now we all realize that social distancing is the key, and that we can save much more time to avoid traffic jams, sitting airplanes, traveling to another client, or visiting an international fair. That's why we at TEN already developed COVID-19 virtual showrooms for clients, and that leads to a greater added value for the product and increase brand exposure. Our power at TEN Group is that we have the knowledge of so many different expertise that we can help you in so many ways to get you out of that Corona period. So yeah, thank you, and hope we can talk soon and do something for you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Davy. But looking forward to it. Okay.
Well, then we go to our next speaker, which is Frederik Derdin from Kronos Panenka.
The Panenka Sports intelligence platform enables sports organizations to better support their athletes by empowering data-driven decisions. Hi, Frederik. How are you?
Hi, good afternoon. Many thanks to AGORIA and to Diego and to Ulysse for handing us the opportunity for today for presenting our solutions, how we help sports organizations worldwide, and more in particular their athletes on making sure they are ready for the restart after COVID-19. Because one thing is clear, COVID-19 brought global sports to a full standstill, and beyond the financial catastrophe, also the paradigm shifted. How can athletes maintain their workload, stay motivated, and keep their top fitness at all time? Because we all expect the same thing right now. Once the whistle blows, once everything's kicking off again and restarting, we expect top performances from our athletes. Surely the audience does. And that's exactly what Panenka Sports is helping all athletes and coaches and sport organizations with. We make sure that all organizations continuously keep the right focus on the right time on the right athlete. We are a sports intelligence platform whereby we centralize, analyze, and visualize data. We enable this data-driven decision-making, and we support them by developing better athletes, making sure they're right on top of their game at all time. Currently, we're rolling out our platform to all Flemish Top Sports Federation and also to Team Belgium, who will use Panenka Sports as their tool towards the Olympic Games in Tokyo and also to Paris 2024. Because one thing is very important at this times, the COVID times, is clarity in communication and in information. And since everything's centralized within one platform in Panenka, there's only one single source of truth. And that's exactly what you're looking for. Coaches and athletes and staff members, stakeholders, they can share information and knowledge through videos, to task evaluation, calendar appointment, etc. So what we are is that we are a solution that excludes other, let's say, island solutions like Dropbox or WeTransfer, since everything's integrated here. On the screen, what you see right now on the big Mac screen, it's really tiny, but what you see there is a dashboard of the visualization on a daily well-being questionnaire for an athlete. So an athlete can answer a questionnaire in their mobile app. It's being transferred to a dashboard where coaches, paramedics, and doctors can view everything and will monitor the stages. And exactly that tool is the reason why Team Belgium towards the Olympic chose Panenka, because the fast symptom detection and the close monitoring, well, is bringing them on top of their game as well. So, well, that's a bit of what we do right now for the restart, making sure the athletes are on top of their game at all time. And well, if there are any challenges that we can help you with, well, looking forward to reaching out and eager to get in touch with you.
Thank you, Frederick. Well, I really hope that our athletes will score some extra medals thanks to your support. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Cool.
Bye.
Okay, next company is TowerEye CEO Gust Dirks.
TowerEye are game changers for contactless access control for crew and more. Hello,
Gust. Go ahead.
Hello. My name is Gus Dirks. I'm owner and manager of the NCS and TowerEye. Yes, we install temporary networks and temporary security. Thanks, Diego and AGORIA, for hosting this webinar and for letting us be part of it. In this special year, 2020, we had to reorganize and rethink everything on the short term. But this is what we do on it. That's what we're good at. What everybody knows in this time of Corona was to have to everything digital, meeting people, working from home, shopping, organize events and presentation, everything digital. But to go digital, you need the best network. And this is where I come in. We built solid and reliable networks, either temporary or permanent, for more than 25 years. My TowerEye team has more than 10 years of experience in the event industry for many big festivals. We are used to working with strict deadlines and are experts in crisis management. We specialized in installing all sorts of security applications and have a lot of experience with cashless payment systems, live streams, Wi-Fi from home security. And yes, we have already installed many contactless access control systems to palm vein recognition. This was the first tested with crew members after this system was used successful for large groups of visitors. With the cancellation of all the events this summer, we switched our focus temporarily and know us working for different hospitals. We are install and support easy and safe contactless access and organize the follow-up of patients, visitors, and staff. We already have solutions for your network and security challenges in a post-corona world. Partner with us in these areas and focus on getting your event successful in the new normal. Please don't hesitate to contact me for all your questions and worries about your events. Thanks, Diego.
I'm sure they will. Thank you, Gust. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Let's now move on again to the president of our club, Nicolas Bourdon from EVS Broadcast Equipment. Hello, Nicolas.
To optimize your live remote production environment, we're curious to hear that. Nicolas, it's up to you.
You are unmuted, please.
Oh, hello. Yeah, sorry. Here we go.
Perfect.
Hello, Charles. Hello, Diego again. So thank you. Yeah, quick word on EVS and the solution. So EVS is, as some of you might know, the leader in live sports broadcast production technology, including different types of solutions related to live slow motion, highlights, live video switching, asset management that we deliver to different types of players in the broadcast industry, facility companies, broadcast and media network, but also all major sporting organizations such as FIFA, UEFA, NFL networks, or Olympic broadcast services. Of course, needless to say that the crisis has had a major impact of all this sporting industry, and that all the organizations are looking forward to see the restart in the best possible conditions. For TV production, there are a certain number of challenges that they need to face, namely the fact that all the production teams are usually concentrated in one single production control room or TV truck sometimes, but also that they need to travel from different places and to be able to work together on this live production. From the very beginning of the crisis, so EVS experts teams have been gathering all the best ideas generated from different best practices, but also gathered some elements of IP connectivity to facilitate connectivity throughout all the technology existing and being in place today. So we created a solution called Live Production Anywhere, which basically enables any types of teams working in live production environment to work from any distance location. Like, for instance, a replay operator could work and generate highlights or slow-mo sequences that will be used by the director of the live events located in another location just like they would be sitting next together. So what I propose is to watch this little video that will give you an insight about what is live production anywhere.
In today's demanding live production environment, you want to be able to produce from anywhere at any time. Often referred to as remote operations, REMI, at home, or distributed production. Ultimately, live production anywhere is what you want to achieve. Thanks to EVS's unique toolsets and IP-based solutions, many of our customers already benefit from both cross-country and cross-continent remote operations for the production of their live events. Looking at the most recently developed products based on our VIA technology platform, we already have that client-server architecture in place to facilitate the deployment of remote workflows. This is applicable for EVS's VAR system, our unified live production system, as well as our replay and asset management solutions. The sharing of content between multi-sites is also key for productive live operations. EVS lets you easily build and monitor workflows that allow you to share content and data between sites, but also the interfaces to access the different sites. The backend can be virtual and the user interface is web-based. As a result, users have instant access to the content they need from anywhere, whether they are located in the central production facility or at the remote sites. With IP-based solutions that have proven their efficiency and agility on hundreds of live events across the globe, EVS makes live production anywhere your new reality.
Here we go. And for more information, don't hesitate to go to www.evs.com. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nico. See you soon. Bye-bye.
See you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, next we have a representative of the Golazzo Gracias Group, my good friend Guillaume de Smet.
How to reboost your staff, how to profit out of cancelled events and sport games with no supporters. Guillaume, tell us all about it.
Hi, hello to you all. Welcome. I'll be talking on behalf of the Golazzo Group, which represents more than 20 companies and more than 1,000 events, well, in a normal year, not in 2020 for sure. 3 of our companies have a restart ID we would like to present to you. If we have the first slide, yes, Gracias, the company I'm leading, has an idea how to reboost your staff after COVID-19. Later on, I will talk also about Sportizon that developed a platform to keep the fan engagement alive during the sport games that will take place behind closed doors in August or September. And also Golazzo, well, we used the time in lockdown to become leaders in virtual sport events. And I will be showing one case of that also later on. So for Gracias, I would like to show the Reboost concept. We like to call it your first internal after lockdown event. It's basically a team day with 5 needed elements to give your staff a reboost after an isolated, strange, frightening time. It consists of mental boost, physical boost, team moment, an action plan, and a fun and healthy dinner. So if interested, let me know. A second concept from our other company in the group, Sportizon, I would like to show you is the fan wall concept. It's a great solution for the problem of football, hockey, tennis, basketball games that will be organized without public. I think mostly in months August and September. It's a fan-based and social media linked concept with a very strong digital story, but of course also offering a visual and auditory solution for empty stadiums in the upcoming months. And we're working for now with Golden Palace for the teams KV Mechelen, Antwerp and Kortrijk, but we will, I hope to help some extra teams and organizers in the coming weeks and coming months. A last item I would like to show you is just a case from Golazzo, just to show you how Golazzo changed some real events into virtual events the last weeks. So for Baloise, we'll be kicking off this Baloise Belgium tour tomorrow. So 12 professional cyclists, you see them there on the screen, Remco Evenepoel, Greg van Avermaat, Victor Kampenaert, Julien Dore, and other ones. They will form 12 teams that will consist out of hundreds of amateur riders. So more than 2,300 participants already joined us and will be riding to win the Belgium Baloise Tour as of tomorrow. They can move, they will be connected with their hero, and they can win many prizes. So it's just a case how we changed an event that normally would begin tomorrow, which is of course cancelled, into a virtual event which is connected now with more than 2,000 cycling fans.
Thank you, Guillaume. I have one question for you. Are you participating to the Baloise Tour as a professional or an amateur?
As an amateur, but I will be collecting kilometers for my team.
I wish you good luck. Many thanks, Guillaume. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Our next company on stage is Groupuse, and we have Jackie Waits with us to explain.
Hi, Jackie. With augmented reality, everyone has the future in the pocket. We're curious to see that.
Good afternoon, Diego and Jolis. Hi, everyone. Live from Turnhout. My name is Jackie Waits. I'm working for the graphical communication company Groupuse. We invite all the companies to think together about digital transformation and how to integrate new technology in their communication. Today, we want to give you a short introduction about our augmented reality project. So you can start the presentation. With augmented reality, everyone has the future in the pocket. You can activate augmented reality by using your smartphone or tablet. We believe you can support your communication in Corona times. Augmented reality is a technology of image recognition. It brings images alive. You can activate movies, interactive buttons, photo carousels, and so on. In some parts of the world, augmented reality is integrated in daily life. Here you see some facts from the United States. In Belgium and Europe, we are just starting. We created a generic augmented reality app view together with the content management system to add augmented reality automatically. First, we go to our web-based content management system. Here you see our image with the video which we want to activate. On the left side in the menu, we can select the button Movie to upload our commercial video. The system opens the local browser on the computer. You can select the file, and in the preview, we see the selected movie playing. We define the settings, how to play the movie. Then we upload the movie. That takes some time. It depends on the speed of the internet. When it's done, then we scale and position the movie on the right place on the image. You see, to add augmented reality to an image with our content management system, it is not more difficult than making, for example, a PowerPoint presentation. If the work is done, then finally we activate the image. The cloud and the software makes the augmented reality available after 30 seconds. Here you see some brands working with our View application, and now we present one application, the Chef cover magazine from Metro. Somebody opens our View applications, then have a look at the image, and you see immediately that a movie starts up. It is possible to combine movies with other content, for example, interactive buttons like a call button, or to create a direct link to a particular web page. It's really another experience for the consumer. So it's a brief introduction. We hope that we can inspire you, challenge us to start together with the integration of augmented reality in your communication. We are convinced that augmented reality can help you to communicate from a certain distance with your public. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Jackie. Well, you inspired us definitely with thirst and hunger, because with the beer and the good fine food we saw, but also very interesting application. Thank you, Jackie.
That's perhaps the most interesting part of the Restore today. See you soon, and we hope to get a drink together.
Perfect. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, next company. It's a duo, in fact. We have Expo and Maggie, Luc van Hekke and Alan Segebaard. Hi, Luc. How are you?
Hello, hello. Yeah, I'll kick right into it. Alan will come later. So, Expo is a Belgian company. We were created in 2014. Initially, we were a spin-off of a digital transformation project at Anderlecht, RSC Anderlecht. And we've grown to working now with the majority of the clubs in the Jupiler Pro League, with the Sportpaleis Group, and also a couple of clubs in France, the Netherlands, and Switzerland. So what is Expo? We are a cloud software which centralizes all data to VIP hospitality and sponsorship into one single system, with the big advantage that both the club and the VIP customers will get access to the same system, which allows for fully automated and optimized processes. And this, of course, leads to higher customer satisfaction and inevitably more revenues. What we've noticed is that the Expo platform has proven to be an extremely useful tool under the new circumstances imposed by COVID-19. And there are two reasons or two use cases, let's say. On the one hand, centralized data as an Expo means that the employees of the club, they can be located anywhere, home, and they can just keep on working as before, just as they are at work, because they all have or continue to have access to the same data in the central system. And availability anywhere, anytime, appears to have really proven its worth in the past few months. A second one, so on the other hand, and maybe more interestingly, there appears to be another aspect which we did not initially expect, and that is that the very specific design of Expo seems to offer a great solution to automate the management of social distancing. Because when you come to think of it, VIP management is based on segmentation. This person who paid for this formula is seated in this area, has these rights, and can only come in through this entrance. That's how VIP management works. And the exact same principles on segmentation apply to managing bubbles or spreading people over different areas to guarantee social distancing and segmentation. We're now, for instance, finalizing a deal with an event management company to start implementing these principles for Corona-proof events. And we hope to have a first of those events live in July. So apart from the software, there's a sister company in our group that has a very nifty hardware tool for social distancing. And I hand over to Alan to explain you all about Maggie. Hi.
Hi, Alan. Welcome.
Hi, thanks. So yeah, my name is Alan, and I am the founder of Maggie. And Maggie is actually a little piece of hardware, wearable piece of hardware, which helps you to keep social distancing. It basically measures the distance between two people and triggers an alarm or a vibration when two people come too close. And so when we built Maggie, we were very focused on making sure that it was very privacy compliant. So there is no registration, there is no tracking around Maggie. It needs to be very convenient. So it basically works out of the box. And on a technology point of view, we've used Bluetooth. The latest version of Bluetooth, actually, which has an accuracy of less than 10 centimeters. And because we have purpose-built the device specifically to maintain social distancing, and we have used this very affordable technology, we can provide this on the market on a widely available price for everyone. So if you want more information about Maggie, feel free to visit us on maggielife.eu, and I'll be glad to help you further with that.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much. See you soon.
Thank
Bye.
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 Let us now welcome Jora Belper from KissMe.
Yes. Hi, Jora. Your live remote production in the cloud. Welcome.
Hey.
Hi.
How is everyone?
Fine.
How are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm Jorre Belpere. I'm leading actually our European operations for Kisway out of our Hasselt office. We also have a very important engineering hub there that is responsible for the implementation and delivery of our Cloudcast platform, which actually is indeed live remote production in the cloud. And so what we are specialized in is, or let's say that the use case before COVID was very much focused around delivering localized experiences when you were watching live events. We would bring in a live stream from a live production from a locally produced event, and then make all local versions, different languages, different viewing experiences, very tailored to the demographic and the geographic that you were targeting. Now we are, of course, in a different situation, and there's much more focus and use of our platform to deliver live experiences around archive content. We're doing a lot of esports events. There's a lot of remote, let's say, music shows and music marathons being produced on our platform. We've got all these panel and interactive group sessions that are being organized, and we were also the first actually to come up with a really fully live, remotely produced virtual cycling event, where the trick was not to just take one camera output that looks at some virtual cycling software, but really multi-angle flying camera production. With Flanders Classic, we did that early April, and we did that with RCS for the Giro, the Challenge of the Stars, about 2 weeks ago. So that was all very, very exciting. What we are looking at in terms of customers, so we are very strong in the sports space, of course, which is very relevant here. We work with Premier League, FIFA. We have in the US, NBA, NFL. I mentioned the cycling guys, of course, but we're also very strong in the broadcast world, where we deliver. We did the Dream Team Revisited 92 basketball games with Olympic Channel, for instance. We're doing a lot of work with TV Globo, ESPN, Turner, Fox, and so forth. And of course, these guys are now all over the place with the Bundesliga that has restarted. And so they're really bringing the Bundesliga games live through Cloudcast and have their talent just work from home. And so with remote production in the cloud, what we mean basically is everything gets mixed in the cloud, and the only thing you need is a laptop and a Chrome browser, basically, if you are a crew member, and same if you are a talent or a commentator, right? And then maybe to conclude, before we actually go into a little movie that we've prepared to show you what Cloudcast can do, we're also very strong in fan engagement in the music sector, and we released a press release this morning, actually, last night, about our collaboration with Big Hit Entertainment, which is the agency behind BTS, with the biggest K-pop band in the world. We'll have a concert June 14. So if you've got time and you're willing to buy a ticket, go for it. And that is really the start of a large music collaboration, and that we are having, and we're going to a schema of at least one music concert every week now for the rest, starting at the end of this week. And so, yeah, that's kind of the story. Maybe we can jump into a little clip explaining what Cloudcast can do for you.
Cloudcast is a platform that lets you produce all of the elements of a live broadcast in one place. Using the power of the cloud, these robust features can take your productions to the next level. Create multiple narratives by letting guest commentators call the game, whether it's a different language or the viewpoint of a celebrity. In the producer view, you can easily change scenes and layouts in real time to make your show more dynamic. Choose from over 20 templates in our gallery, or get creative and make your own layout. Want to let your fans be part of the show? Bring in conversations from Twitter and Instagram using your own custom hashtags. With green screen support, you can give your broadcasts a more polished look. Simply have your commentators in front of a green background, and they can be seamlessly added to the broadcast. Have multiple games happening at the same time? You can bring in up to 8 different RTMP feeds simultaneously. Whether it's your own OTT app or a social media platform like Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube, you can send your output to multiple destinations and increase reach. Deliver high-quality shows in 1080p with multiple fallback options so that your broadcast never gets interrupted for audiences. For more information on Cloudcast, visit kisswe.com.
All right, excellent. That's my part of the story.
Okay, I think we'll come back to you for those tickets for the 14th.
Yeah.
I'll call you.
I hear you coming.
Thank you, Yura. Keep safe. Bye-bye. The next guys are from Mobile Locker, and Mobile Locker is a company which normally is active on the main events, Werchter, Tomorrowland, and so on. And we have Chris Joosten here today, who will explain how they have this great transformation.
And it's all about skipping the line, because what is more annoying? Please, Chris, tell us about it.
Yeah, thank you for the introduction. Some of you probably know our colorful event lockers. Sadly, there's no need yet for a virtual event locker, and that's why we're looking forward to the restart of events and venues. We know future events will look different than before and probably stay this way for a long time. That's why we adapted some of our software to eliminate waiting lines on physical payment terminal and staff during these events. We recently developed our software Skip the Line that allows you to reserve and pay for a locker online during the event. So besides reservations made months or weeks in advance, you can now reserve your locker when the event is already taking place. After payment on your smartphone, the customer will receive their PIN code or QR code immediately via email on their phone, and they can go straight to their locker. It opens opportunities as visibility outside the venue, outside the festival on how to buy a locker. So visitors can already book their locker while waiting for friends, while waiting in line to enter the event. With this system, there's zero interaction with staff and nothing physical is passed on, such as ticket, cash, etc. Besides that, our locker units can also be used as to realize contactless transfer of goods, such as goodie bag, merchandise, food boxes. Last Mother's Day, we made this happen for one of the largest shopping mall chains in Belgium. The gift boxes were picked up by family members at the locker unit after receiving their locker number and PIN codes the day before via email. Again, no personnel was required on site, so there was no interaction. Any problems that occurred were handled via a hotline. Another great way to use lockers at stadia, venues, or events, and even hospitals is to protect the visitors or personnel from possible infected materials. All staff can pick up their protective materials in their locker before their shift begins and dispose of them in their locker after the shift ends. If the item is reusable, these can be picked up and disinfected by an external company, but even that isn't necessary because we're currently implementing lockers who disinfect the content of the locker using UV light. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chris. And I hope for you, of course, and also for us, because we're also longing to having the great events and festivals again. Next speaker would be representing Panama, but also a little bit Supercolor, but the initiative Recover, Lennart Stalens.
Hello, everyone. Hopefully all okay over there. So I'm Lennart Stalens, in fact, General Manager of the Panama Group. First of all, thank you, Agoria, for giving us this platform in order to present our project Recover. Recover is a collaboration between two companies, both respectable players within the businesses. On the one hand, we have Supercolor, active in digital printing, conceptualization, creation, and placement of branding. And on the other hand, we have Panama Group, and then more specifically the division events, who specialized in event organization B2B, brand activation, as well as the organization of hospitality for example, larger public events. The fact that we are combining our expertise in the Project Recover allows us to really offer a total solution to companies. It's actually a one-stop shop to manage and restart activities in a corona-proof way. It contains consultancy as well as the production and supply of all tools and materials in order to respect social distancing and sanitary measures. Know that all the solutions that we provide are checked with accredited virologists. So until now, we've already assisted a lot of companies and various businesses. We've started 2 days after the lockdown, and we had to do something as we're busy in events and wasn't that easy and isn't that easy at the moment. Yes, we started 2 days after the lockdown, and in total, we've already protected more than 10,000 employees in Belgium. For example, BNP Paribas Fortis, we've assisted them with the reopening of their headquarters and branches. For Unilever, we've given assistance for the hospitality industry. Orange, we helped them with the telecom shops. We've created molds for screens and utility vehicles. And we're still continuously looking for other solutions applicable in other industries. Now, at the moment, we are really looking forward to concrete measures given by the government for the hospitality and event business, because we'd like to translate them afterwards into practice, as we've done for the other businesses in the past. But I've noted that clear directions will follow by the end of the week. Concerning the methodology, as within the organization of events, we'll analyze step by step each part within the flow. We'll propose actions to undertake in order to respect the social distancing and the sanitary measures. We offer solutions in function of the type of the event, as each event has its own specifications. It starts often with the communication to all actors involved over access control, specific visibility on event. We provide solutions for catering and so on. All visibility materials we have are produced in-house. We, of course, have partnerships with external parties for temperature control, scanning, disinfection materials, etc. Before the start of the event, with Recover, we provide a COVID-19 safety file in which all the taken measures are presented, and it can be distributed to the local authorities if needed. If you ask me, and in our opinion, COVID-19 inspection report should be drawn up for each event. And this is an analogy with the safety file that already needs to be in place for larger events and is presented to the local fire brigade if we organize something of a big scale. They carry out an inspection and then they release the event. So I think they should do it regarding COVID-19. So in a nutshell, Recover is a one-stop shop to organize corona-proof events. I'd like to thank you for your attention. If there are questions, more information needed, you can always contact me. And I believe, Diego, that you will share our contact details with the audience. Thank you very much, guys. Bye-bye.
Absolutely, Leonard. Thank you. And stay tuned for more information. Bye-bye.
Bye. Next on is Michael van der Velde from the company POSIX.
Yes, indeed, POSIX. Accurate positioning. Michael, hello, how are you?
Hi, this is Michael. AGORIA, thank you for this opportunity. Diego, Charlize, thank you for the opportunity. NEP, love this thing. This is really the future. I've really enjoyed the show so far. But let me talk a little bit about our company. So most maybe will know us from our capabilities in animal tracking or forklift tracking. But we can also track visitors of events. So we've been doing this for 5 years. We've got this hardware tracker. We leverage ultra-wideband technology, which is a very accurate radio technology that allows us to really measure that social distance between two visitors. Now, obviously, if we would only sell these trackers, this would be a gadget. It would make a noise or light or something like that. But we want to go beyond that. And because we've been doing this for 5 years, we can actually leverage a lot of the capabilities that we've built for our other clients for these types of applications. So today we can sell you this little tracker, but we can also download the history of everybody you've seen. And this allows you to generate, after the event, a full traceability overview. So you can actually see who has seen who, and this then can be used to verify if people really got sick afterwards. I think this will become key when the second wave hits. So I think the first wave is beyond us; that's over now. But the second wave is coming. I think people will organize events. The trick, I think, is going to be to, when the event is over and then somebody got sick during the event or get symptoms after the event, that we can very quickly put those people that were exposed into quarantine. Our solution can do that. We can also do full positioning. So that's our standard product, where we put an infrastructure on the ceiling. And then we can do real-time tracking. With real-time heat maps and real-time trajectories. This is a fantastic solution as well that we can use to verify if enough people are in the room. Let's say, for example, you've got a small concert hall. The maximum amount of people that can be in the room at any given time are 200 people. Well, we can count that in real time, open the doors, we integrate with PLCs, and we can do this, and this can be done really, really easily. So that's basically what we do, and I hope that we can contribute to the sector and to the impacted companies, because we've sold this in abroad to some companies. We've seen some of the events that have been organized with this technology, and it's really a game changer. Thank you for your attention. If you have questions, please contact me, and I'm sure that Diego will also share our contact details afterwards.
Okay, thank you very much, Michael.
Bye, Michael. Absolutely.
Next
company,
Go ahead.
PRG Belgium. This is one of the highlights today, and it's really a game changer, bringing your audience alive.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Diego and Jolise. Thank you very much for hosting this great opportunity and this platform. I've seen very interesting features so far. So also PRG has been working on how to reinvent ourselves during these COVID times and how we can support the industry going forward. As you know, PRG is a global leader in the support of entertainment and event technologies. I'd like to start off with a little movie clip, if that's possible, so we can give you a little.
United we stand. United we live forever.
So welcome to the PRG Game Changer. That's how we call it. We have focused our energy on how we could bring back live fan experience into the experience economy. We know that the experience economy, like sporting events and other concerts, for example, are now at a standstill. And we put our thinking hats on to see how we could get that back into the society. This is all about fan engagement. This is all about interactivity. This is all about how you connect the fan base with the event. And we do that through a number of technologies that we have in-house that we've developed and that we now deploy into, for example, a soccer stadium. But it is not only limited to that. It can also be in an NBA game, basketball, volley, and so on. We combine the technologies that we have. It's about putting LED screens in the audience stands where you could put the fans on virtual interaction. It's about bringing those people back to the stadium as long as there is social distancing, audio effects going to the field of play, where then the players can feel that their fans are back really in the game, or a pixel tablets technology that you see on the right side of the screen, where you can make great backgrounds and huge tifos. So we believe that this is something that we can contribute to the sporting industry. We have had some interesting inquiries from some companies and some countries already. La Liga is interested. We're working on this in the UK, in Germany, with some partners. So we hope that this can trigger something. And also in Belgium, I don't know if the Pro League is watching. I believe they were invited. So maybe this is something to consider for when the soccer games will start again on the 1st of August. Thank you very much for your interest and your time.
Thank you, Tom. I think we're really curious to see some results. Where will we be able, to see the first showcase?
Well, let's trigger the Pro League, and maybe we should do the Cup final in Belgium as a first event in 7 weeks. I believe that's end of July, beginning of August. No?
I think that's a good one.
Great idea.
We'll stay in contact, and we'll ask the Pro League to see what we can do. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Hello. Next, yes, we have Wim Marinissen of RT Lock. Hi, Wim.
Hello, Diego.
And Jolise.
And Jolise, yeah, just because you talked last. Yeah. Thanks. It's been interesting so far to hear about all these solutions. Now, I'm Wim from RT Lock, and a bit about our company. So we're an ultra-wideband technology provider. This means that our typical customer is a technical company who will want to make their own application based on ultra-wideband technology. We've mainly been active in data analytics for sports for a few years. So athlete tracking, we've tracked runners on Olympic Games, Diamond League Games, ski jumpers on Winter Olympic Games, etc. But in this full position tracking solution, we need to install anchor points along the area. And this is not always a good solution, which is why at some point we developed an alternative system. And at first for sports, because in, for example, Ironman triathlons, in the cycling part, the athletes are not allowed to draft or slipstream. And you could check this with technology, but you don't want to install anchors along this long trajectory. As such, we made a flexible distance ranging system. The same core principles are applicable to social distancing. You want to track the distances in a mesh of tag devices. And that's where we're at now. We've shifted to this new model because in sports lately it's been a bit harder to work. So basically, our solution will send reminder signals in the basic system, and also it's extensible to a system which extracts a lot of analytics. And by default, it's anonymous, but if you want, you can personalize the data, and then you can do contact tracing as well, so you can know who has had which contact, and from there see what the risks are, of course. Now I have to mention this system is highly accurate due to the use of ultra-wideband. And natively, we have accuracy of less than 10 centimeters on raw data. And this is something you can't achieve with Bluetooth. The accuracy will never be as good. And as well, a difficulty they have there is that distance accuracy decreases quadratically if the signal error, if there's some kind of error on the measurement. So you need really reliable, high accuracy data in order to prevent having false negatives or false positives. Then, of course, this might be a temporary solution, but of course, even then, the system could be extended and upgraded to safety and positioning solutions. And to summarize, we have some experience in sports events, and we have the best-in-class social distancing technology. So let me know if there's a match with your company or event. And thank you, Agoria, for the opportunity to present this.
Thank you, Wim. So, if I understand it well, if you come knocking on my door, great chance that I'm in big trouble.
Well, we don't track you. This is a distance ranging solution, so we don't know your position, and we don't track you on your door. It's only locally, just to be clear.
That's good.
Okay.
Thank you, Wim.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Let's now move on to our friends from Antwerp, Showtex. Hello, Ivo Kersmakers.
Solutions for projection and virtual interaction. Hi, Ivo.
That is correct. Hi, Diego. Hi, Jolise. So I'm Ivo from Showtex. I'd like to show you a few clips from our system that we can use for virtual interaction. So by the way, Showtex is a Belgian company. We're based in Antwerp. We exist now for over 35 years, but we work internationally. We have branches all over the world. What we do, we make flame retardant fabrics, tracks, and motion control systems. What I want to show here in this movie are a few of our solutions we have for virtual interaction. So apart from the standard projection screens and the core marquee drops, I'd like to point out a few systems where it's possible to put live persons that interact virtually with a person or object that is on the remote location. The most elaborate one is the Pepper's Ghost system that you see right now. This is based on our giant mirror. This is a giant clear foil with nearly invisible joints, and the foil is put in an angle of 45 degrees. Where the live person or actor is safely behind it. So the other person or object is projected out of sight of the public, and this can be below or on top or on the sides, and will appear virtually in the same space as the live person. So you maybe know this system as it was used to have Madonna perform together with a virtual band, the Gorillas, or in the concerts of Tupac that were organized after he died. In Belgium, you have seen the system play an important role in musical dance and in the Caldet show by Studio 100. We also can use the system by many other applications, like product presentations, dance events, car reveals, and why not virtual meetings like this one. It's a very beautiful and realistic effect, but it takes up some space, and that's not always available. So that's why we at Showtex developed an alternative for this. It's called Pepper Scrim. This is a very fine gauze, and another person or object can be put behind this gauze, and the other person can be projected on it. So it looks like the two or more of them are in the same room, as you can see here. So apart from obvious entertainment use, like this dance performance, you can imagine it in many other applications, like remote conferencing, remote teaching, augmented reality, fun experiences, etc. But I think I can leave this to the imagination of all the other applications we saw here presented today. And if you have questions, you can contact me at ivo@showtex.com or just visit the website, showtex.com.
Wow. Thank you very much,
Ivo,
Ivo.
as always, Showtex, that was magnificent to see. Thank you very much.
Well,
bye-bye.
No problem. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Next one to follow, we have the company Thales and our friend Pieter Schellaert.
Thales, Belgium security when lives are at stake. Hello.
Hello, everybody. My name is Peter Schellaert, and I'm the Sales and Marketing Director for Thales Belgium. Thales Belgium is maybe not known to all participants here, and that's because we are up till now mainly active with military and government security services. Thales Belgium is a subsidiary of the Thales Group, which is a 19 billion euro French industry leader in defense. But we are also active in the field of what we call homeland security and protection of critical infrastructures. And that is where we see sports and event infrastructures as a key market. Okay, so to get concrete, to combat COVID-19, Thales has created several solutions to help you restart your activities. Two of these solutions, as you can see on the left, are standalone, standardized, and immediately deployable, with implementation efforts only taking a couple of days. The last solution, as shown on the right, provides a holistic approach towards security of an event, like, for example, a concert, or a venue like the protection of a sports stadium or a big event. So as I said, on the left, you see the security box for lockdown enforcement, and that basically can be used for crowd management. Now, I know it may sound a bit like Big Brother at first, but it's not the case in reality. It is a key component that basically can help you to set up a contactless customer journey where you streamline your environment so you minimize human contact between visitors and or your employees, and where you can provide a safe and pleasant environment for everybody. The security box for body temperature detection is basically a module that detects abnormal body temperatures with dedicated heat sensing cameras so that you can identify potentially feverish individuals who can be the victims of COVID. Important to know is that both solutions are GDPR compliant and respect the privacy laws in Belgium. The last solution on the right shows what we call the integrated security digital platform. You basically have to see this as a platform where you can connect all kinds of information that's available, coming from access control, coming from video images, information from telephones, information from social media apps, also, for example, information from digital social distancing apps, as we've seen before. And you're basically going to bring all that information together. And then with the help of artificial intelligence and algorithms, you can make an analysis of your environment and basically monitor critical resources and make decisions on top of this. It will also act as a collaboration tool for different partners to streamline the responses. For example, volunteers, police forces, own employees, etc. It basically will act as the heart of your decision center of your security system. It can act as what the government now is calling the control tower, what they're looking for. So to conclude, Thales Belgium has a long history in defending critical assets and situations and protects day-to-day life. Today, we can help you providing events in a safe environment, ensuring the well-being and physical protection of humans and infrastructures alike, and contribute to a safe and pleasant society. Because that's our true unique selling point, Thales Belgium security when lives are at stake. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter, for this beautiful message. Bye-bye. Keep safe.
Thank you.
We will now listen to the technologies of Veldeman Structure Solutions. We have Stef de Koning with us.
Yes, it's our last participant, actually. And with him, we're going to challenge our limits.
Thank you, Julius. Thank you, Diego. I would kindly ask to start with the movie. This will allow the people to get a better insight of what we do.
Has changed. We're about flexibility and innovation, challenging your company to do the same. But what is your goal? Why do you push yourself? The answer is simple: to satisfy your customers. By creating extra or temporary space for your company and delivering your customers an optimal experience. By giving them what they want. A corporate party that will be talked about for many years. More storage. A place to practice their favorite sports. A customized total solution thanks to our in-house development and manufacturing. A structure that fits their needs. For a wonderful festival experience they will never forget. Tell us, what do you expect from our structures? We push the boundaries of what is possible. Whatever you want, we've got you covered. Don't limit your challenges. Challenge your limits.
Well, as you all have seen in the movie, our company is also very active in providing structures for large events, and festivals are also a very important target group. You will therefore understand that the current crisis has a huge impact on our company. We try to partly compensate this by tapping into new applications, such as, for example, supplying tents for hospitals to organize the separate reception of patients. In order to guarantee the rules regarding social distancing, we have placed tents to create extra retail space, workspace, additional lunch area, or even tents for fitness or sports activities. Adjusting our structures for festivals is not that simple. An example, the tent that we supply annually for Rock Werchter houses almost 20,000 people, is 60 meter wide and 110 meter long. So you can compare it with a complete football pitch. We can possibly extend the tent up to 130 meters to spread the people better, but this of course has a huge impact on the budget, the free space on the festival side, and the comfort of the people at the back of the tent. We can also monitor and adjust the climate in the tent even better by, for example, adapted air treatment by means of extra ventilation. Another possibility is to spread the event over time. A 3-day event then becomes a 4-day event, while retaining the number of festival visitors. As a company, we are forced to remain creative in this difficult period, but we have no doubts that we will succeed and that we may welcome you later in one of our structures. Thank you.
I really hope that will be soon, Steph. Many thanks.
Thank you, Diego.
Bye-bye.
So we come to an end?
Yeah. I think with the question time, I will go to see and you explain.
If anybody has questions for the companies that just made a presentation, please again raise your virtual hands and Diego will monitor the questions and ask them for you. Any questions from the audience, please raise your virtual hands. Diego, any news?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
I think everybody was so clear again that... but anyway, to all participants, we will be able to share all information, and maybe it's not that easy. No questions coming up. So we will be able to share all information with all participants. I want to thank Painting with Light, NEP, for hosting and empowering this event. I want to thank Jolise for co-presenting this event on a very nice way. That was nice. I want to thank also the participants to this event, all the companies which created. Also the Flemish government, which let us a good insight in what's coming up. And I think we work together well today. And we have a hope to restart the events on a safe, enjoyable and comfortable way soon.
Yes, let's hope we made some changes, and also thank you to Diego for the initiative together with the club. It was a really good initiative, and let's follow up also with the government to see how we can run business again as well for the sector as well as for the technology companies.
Okay, bye-bye everybody. Stay tuned for our next event.
Good afternoon.
Bye-bye.